curious on that last play. Joe commended your composure and everything like that. Just what did you see from Bridges that worked out in your favor?
Joe put a lot of shooters and spacers out there for guys if they helped. Everybody knew I was going to get them the ball if someone helped. So he just wanted to give me a space and gave me the top of the floor, and I just got to a spot and just tried to make him jump because I knew he has, a lot of length and his long arms, and he was going to try to contest. So I just wanted to make him jump and then try to get a floater up and just shoot the last shot too.
Do you have a good enough feel of the clock at that moment to give that pump fake to get Bridges out of the way?
Yeah. I've been counting down those seconds since I was 5 years old, 6 years old. I was counting down every dribble. Seconds in my head too. So, that's nothing new.
What did you guys see out of Brooklyn coming out in that third quarter? It seems like obviously you guys had a really productive second, but they came out pretty strong in the third.
Yeah, they hit first in that third quarter, and you never want to give the lead back up that you built, and we built a big lead in that first half and allowed them to get back into it. But that's part of the NBA. They got really good players over there still. So I was glad the way we responded and didn't let them take a huge lead. They took a 3-point lead, I think, but I think that was the biggest they got. And we just never let it, get too far away, and then we made a run too. Both teams were going to make a run today, and I'm just glad we were able to make a little bit more.
Obviously, you guys had a trade at the deadline, but they made so many different moves and had so many different players. What's the difficulty of facing a team like that who's made so many changes to their roster?
I think it's just a different scouting report. Obviously, their system is probably different too. When you got two scorers like they had, they were probably running a lot more isolation and things through them. But when you got a lot more role players and guys who can elevate their game, you want to move the ball and get more motion type offense. So I think that's what they did tonight, and you can see they don't have necessarily a lot of isolation. It's more pick and roll. It's more motion offense. So they play it totally different than when they had those other two killers on their team.
Final question.
Hey, Trae, how's it going? Just talk about Bogey coming off the bench and making contribution tonight, as well as DeJounte's contribution as well, and Onyeka's contribution.
Yeah, when we made that run in the playoffs a couple years ago, I believe it was a lot to do with our bench. And, having those guys coming off the bench with Gallo and Lou and all those guys coming off the bench, I think Bogey is, that guy coming off the bench that can score for us and take us to another level. So whenever he has nights like tonight, it only helps our team. The starters, we didn't do our job as far as extending the lead and making sure we had the lead. Obviously, we were all in the minus, and if Bogey plays the way he did tonight, we're going to be a really good team because we're not going to play the starters the way we did tonight the rest of the year. So Bogey, the way he did, it was great. And then, Big O was great too. Rebounding, talking on defense and things like that was really good for us. And then DeJounte, obviously, being efficient, hitting threes, it was great for us. So we needed, this was a total team effort tonight.
I wanted to ask you about the alley-oop to John. It looked like at the beginning of it, was there like a pass fake at the beginning of the motion? And if so, was there somebody to freeze on the backside?
Yeah. I think it was Finney Smith that was down on the baseline in the middle of the paint. And we had Clint that was right in front of me, and he was guarding Clint. And so he saw that John was rolling, and he was the help side guy. So I kind of faked it to Clint to make him just freeze just a little bit. And I throw it up, and if John jumps the same time as another guy, I'm taking John every day. So that's all I try to do is just freeze him just enough time so John can get there. And me and John, that connection, he knows if he has a running start, he's going to get the ball. So, that's kind of what happened.
Thank you, Trae.
Got you. Appreciate it.